Back at it, trackside once again. Race fans here at the Turn 3 Racing Network with the Western Grinding Thursday Night Road Course Series, firing things off for championship night. That's right, 12 hard-nosed weeks of racing action coming to a close here tonight at the granddaddy of them all, Daytona International Super Speedway, hosting tonight's championship race. How you doing? How you feeling? Out there in TV land, race fan, glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, David the King, bringing all the calls from trackside. Speaking of trackside, got a lot of drivers in the field here tonight. Everybody shaking down their machines after the Izzo's Plumbing Pole Award session moments ago. We're going to get to some of those highlights, and I tell you what, let's go ahead and get rid of that track information. Let's drop that qualifying running order on screen for you. There you can see how these drivers slotted in through that Izzo's Plumbing Pole Award session. Sheldon Stingray going to take the top spot with the quick time in qualifying, 1 minute 35 seconds around the track here tonight. David Tamara in second. There you can see Wilson, Axelson, Ethan Wilson rounding out your top five. A lot of fast drivers in the field here tonight, and we're going to get set to head trackside as drivers are being called to pit lane. Time for these drivers to make their way through final three race inspection and get ready to set sail for tonight championship Grand Prix right here from Daytona International Super Speedway. Two championships on the line here tonight. One of them already sewed up. The 666 of Kevin Santana looks to secure the season championship across all forms of racing. He's been the GT3 champion, the GT4 champion. Tonight, David Tamara looking to reel in the championship here in these LMP2s. Close battle between him, Kerry Bass, and Kevin Santana. Just 20 points back, so a lot on the line. Ken Santana sweep the series and walk away with 4 season championship trophies. We're going to find out in just a few moments. But we're going to first head trackside for your national anthem. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be back with your starting grid and racing action here from Daytona International Super Speedway.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And as promised, back trackside after the flyover, we're ready to roll here tonight from Daytona International Super Speedway. What do you say we get a little closer to the track? There you can see all the drivers lined up ready to roll here tonight for 22 laps around Daytona International Super Speedway. It's road course racing here tonight with the Western Grindin' Thursday Night Road Course Series. And as drivers begin to line up and fire the machines, we'll run down your starting lineup for tonight's race, brought to you by Beef Jerky Unlimited, taking the top spot, pole position here tonight from Daytona inside of that 29 machine, Sheldon Stingray. David Tamara eyeballing an LMP2 championship. He'll start outside pole position with Johan Wilson and Mark Axelson back in row 2. Row number 3 tonight, the 49 of Ethan Wilson and the 17 of Evan Smith. Fast Freddy and Todd back in row number 4. Row number 5 and rounding out your top 10, the 5 of Dean Miller, followed by the 369 of John Sayer. Jeff Spotswood and Bender make up row number 6. And in row number 7 here tonight for the Daytona Championship Grand Prix, Raymond Causey and Frenchie. Mike Rippon, Richard Vanderhave back in row number 8. Row number 9 tonight, the 666 of Kevin Santana and the 113 of Paul Dillon. The 420 of James Schultz will finish out the 19-car field, and we're going to get set to fire these machines off. Pace car down and away we go, and green flag flies here tonight at the Championship Grand Prix for the Western Grindin' Thursday Night Road Course Series. A little bit of RG Bargy in the front. No, we got contact. Two drivers going to go around right on the start of tonight's race. Looks like Dean Miller going to go down. Evan Smith with trouble. Mike Rippon with issues in turn 1. Top 2 going to skate away. David Tamara going to slide in second. Wilson going to fall to third. Now Ethan looking to the inside. Johan going to drop a position off the curbing. Looks like the rest of the field packed through the pack. Going to sort things out amongst themselves. 22 laps remaining here tonight for all of these drivers trying to put down some fast laps, trying to get to the front, trying to run down Stingray. The 44 is going to have some issues. Wilson with some troubles, and he's going to drop a handful of spots. A lot of trouble for drivers here on the opening lap. The top 2 drivers going to make their way back in a NASCAR 2. Race leader Sheldon Stingray away from the field, battles back around that top 10 position between Bender, Spotswood, and Causey. We'll jump back here for just a second. Watch these drivers as we've got issues in the caution. Caution flag will wave early here tonight. First time we've seen that full course caution fly here this season. In trouble on lap number 1, turn number 1 for a handful of drivers. Let's take a look. Let's go back to the replay here and see what went down. There you can see the contact, the 17 into the back of, I believe that was the 69 of Mark Axelson. We'll take one more look at it above. And it is Mark Axelson going to catch a piece of that Sharky, going to get bent in the rear end. The Navy, the 17 machine down onto pit road backwards. That's a tough break, tough start to the race. More action here on lap number 1. Let's check out what happened with Miller. Dean Miller with troubles on lap number 1, and Miller going to catch a boot as well. The 5 McLaren going to go around. Ooh, a lot of drivers going to get stacked up on that one. So a lot of issues for a handful of drivers. Looks to be about 5 drivers with trouble here on the opening lap. So we'll head back out front with your race leader, Sheldon Stingray, as he stays behind the Porsche pace car. We've got 5 drivers on pit road. Mark Axelson, Richard Vanderhave, Dean Miller, Bender, and Mike Rippon, all with trouble here in the opening stages. Back out on track comes Axelson, Vanderhave. It looks like Miller and Bender on their way out of the pit stalls as well. Mike Rippon still fixing a little bit of damage onto his LMP2. The 04 looks to make a return to the track, so a handful of drivers still making their way back to the tail end of this field. drivers going to make their way through the backside bus stop, and there you can see them all making their way through the bus stop and into NASCAR number 3. Large field has drivers in the rear begin to make their way back up to the pack. We're going to have the 1 to go signal this time around, as drivers will make their way through turns 3 and 4 back to the front stretch. And we're going to get set to set sail once again here. Early trouble tonight on lap number 1, turn number 1. Handful of drivers a little bit deep into the corner. And a little bit of trouble early here tonight sees the first caution flag fly of the season here at championship night. So a lot to talk about, a lot to go over as far as those point standings are concerned. Overall points leader coming into tonight's race as the field going to receive the 1 to go this time by, it looks like, no, pace car lights are not off. We're going to go one more lap around, so that's going to give us a little bit of time. Let's go ahead and get to some of those overall championship standings. Let's take a look at this right here. Then you can see Kevin Santana pretty much secure with the overall season championship. David Tamera could possibly lose that second position, but a lot of spots up for grabs. Spotswood and Ethan Wilson going at it for 4th and 5th in the overall standings. Sheldon Stingray right there, as well as Mark Axelson. A little bit of a battle there between Todd, Freddie Miller. All of those guys battling for positions as well. Richard Vanderhaven looking to possibly secure a top 10 here tonight. We'll see how his race goes. So not only do we got what's going on here with the overall championship standings, but that LMP2 season, 4-week mini-season championship. David Tamera leading with 69 points, 19 points back is Kerry Best. Kevin Santana 20 points back. Bit of a battle there between Santana, Spotswood, and McIntosh, all grouped within 10 points of each other, so very fluid movement, very possible here tonight as far as these LMP2 standings are concerned. And if Santana can somehow manage to walk away with a clean race tonight, get to the front of the field, and lead the most laps, it's quite possible. If Tamera has a bad night, he's going to have to finish, I would say, around that 10th position. But if somehow Santana can get the checkered flag and Tamera has issues tonight, we could possibly see a big jump in the points, and Tamera would lose that championship. Santana could potentially walk away with the GT3, the GT4, the LMP2 championship, as well as that overall championship that he's already got in his back pocket. So a lot on the night tonight for Triple Clutch, the 666. Kevin Santana up 10 positions from where he qualified, where he started way back in the field, outside of the top 15. He's now sitting in the 7th position on his way to the front. So we'll look for that 666 to make a handful of moves. Before the restart, we're going to get ready to go this time around. And Raymond Causey will bring the field to the green flag. Sheldon Stingray. Or no, it looks like timing and scoring may be a little bit affected by this early caution here. Looks like timing and scoring showing Causey in the race lead, but indeed that 29 of Sheldon Stingray is your race leader. So we'll set the field loose with 18 laps to go here tonight. Drivers making their way through the front stretch in green flag flies. Once again here at Daytona International Super Speedway, we'll see how they go about it here into turn number 1. Back up just a little bit. Everybody looks to have a much smoother turn number 1 this time around, as Stingray going to lead them through the chicane. through the first few corners. Tamara right there on his rear bumper trying to take that position away. It looks like a little bit of a magic man moment there for David Tamara. Ethan Wilson sits in third. Fast Freddy now up to fourth with Kevin Santana making moves. James Schultz with trouble on the restart. Schultz with issues. He's going to drop a handful of positions. Let's take a look at this 666. Santana looking for a way around, looking to get to the front of this field. Already up another 2 positions early on this restart. Santana now sits in 5th. And I tell you what, we're about a half a lap complete, so let's drop that timing and scoring over there to the left-hand side of your screen. We'll bring in the track map here in just a moment, let you follow along and find your favorite driver here tonight. From Daytona International Super Speedway, the 3.5-mile road course with 11 corners. Going to challenge these drivers. All of these drivers know this course. They know how to get around here. It's just a matter of acclimating themselves to the car. Big run now. Here comes the 74 Fast Freddy looking on the tail end of Ethan Wilson. Big move by Triple Clutch, looking to the bottom of the racetrack, not going to get there. He's going to make a power move inside of that 74 and grab that 4th position away. Santana looking to go to 3rd. Fastest lap of the race recorded by your race leader, your pole sitter here tonight, Sheldon Stingray, going to take the fastest lap of 1:37.32. Now the quickest on the board. Take a look up here with your race leader as these drivers continue throughout the night here tonight. Vision should not be an issue. We're not hearing any weather reports. No fog going to be moving in to hamper these drivers. Not going to have to utilize those windshield wipers or the road, or the rain tires, we should say. Not the road tires, the rain tires. Handful of battles as well, so we're going to take a little look around the track here, race fans. Let's jump around a bit. Find a handful of the battles out there on track for you. Then you're going to find Jeff Spotswood, Mark Axelson right behind him, 69, trying to recover after an early little boot into turn number 1. Axelson looking to steam his way back to the front. 44 of Johan Wilson had trouble on lap number 1. Regaining a handful of positions is that 44. He's locked in the 8th spot right now, looking to take away 7th from Paul Dillon, and he's going to complete that pass as we see Spotswood beginning to roll up on drivers in front. Four-car battle underway as drivers make their way through the trial and back down into turn number 1 to 44 on the bottom of the racetrack. Here comes a move from that 113. Everybody going to get clear into one. Little bit of a wiggle by Axelson, almost into that tire barrier. At the end of pit road with the 69, will pick up a handful of positions. Now move Axelson to 8th. Meanwhile, front of the field, let's go back here. Let's watch this battle continue to unfold between Ethan Wilson and Kevin Santana. That's 3rd and 4th on the racetrack. So it started off with a little bit of a rough go with early trouble into turn number 1, lap number 1. We've seen clean, clear racing since drop of the restart. Green flag, Sheldon Stingray showing the way. 1.1 second advantage over David Tamara. Still sitting right where he qualified in 2nd. Ethan Wilson picking up 2 positions into 3rd. Kevin Santana, biggest mover of the race, the 666, right here on screen. Looking for that 3rd spot. Santana going to sit in 4th. Fast Freddy rounding out the top 5 for now with Todd right on his heels. We'll take a look at this battle. I tell you what, why don't we take a look at this battle from inside the car, inside the cockpit. Got one of those beautiful onboard camera shots just on the right side of the dash, just inside of the windshield. What a look at these drivers as they make their way around the track here at Daytona International Super Speedway. Handful of drivers with this onboard camera shot. Let's jump on board with the Barbie Mobile. John Sayer in that 369 machine trying to run down Evan Smith. And Smith looking to get by Spotswood, looking to the inside. Close racing. Smith going to keep the position for now. So we'll jump back outside of the car and watch some of these battles continue to unfold. Paul Dillon, Evan Smith all right here. Dillon going to run a little bit wide through the corner. Going through the International Horseshoe. And through the kink. Exiting the infield and back onto NASCAR 1 and 2. Drivers making their way around the track. There you can see Sheldon Stingray, race leader. There's the advantage, about a 10-car advantage. Close racing action still for 3rd and 4th, 5th and 6th. Right there tied up with each other as everybody going to make their way through and go around. Quick laps here tonight as well. I mean, 1:35.54. Drivers are getting faster and faster with each and every single lap. Gonna try to find some battles. Let's go right here. What do you say, fans? So let's watch this 44 of Johan Wilson and Mark Axelson continue to go at it. Axelson looking to the high side, looking for the position. He's gonna have it heading towards the line, but will he have the advantage going into turn number 1? Inside lane beginning to work back. Who's going to outbreak who? Heading into turn number 1. A little bit of a wiggle by Axelson. And he's going to let the 44 drive it in deep. And veteran move right there. And he's going to take that position away. What a run right there. Absolutely phenomenal setup right there. Almost like a chess match. And that was what they would like to call checkmate. As we take a look off at the tail end of this 69, Dean Miller with some issues. Miller going to have some problems, and he's going to fade through the field. A little bit of a moment there for the 5 machine. He's going to have a rough go at it. Let's take a look off at the tail end of Evan Smith. There you can see a handful of Hungary drivers. Lined up right behind him, Jeff Spotswood, John Sayer in the picture. That Barbie Mobile 369 machine. Great camera shots here tonight from Daytona International Super Speedway. Want to give a big shout out to everybody back at the headquarters for putting in the work and the time to get all of these great action shots. Big shout out to all of the crew members as well as the drivers, allowing us to put some of these great onboard camera shots on these cars, as well as throughout the season they allowed us a crazy amount of access to these machines to put some great camera shots in there for you. And now we're going to go to yet another one of those onboard cameras. Let's take a look just inside the visor. That's right, we got a GoPro inside of the visor right here, running with the 46 of Frenchie, trying to get his LMP2 machine. A little further inside the top 15, Frenchie has dropped 1 position from where he qualified, now sitting in 15th. Up at 14th place, the double O of Vanderhaeg. A little bit of lockup by Vanderhaeg. Vanderhaeg going to have a lockup here, getting through the first section of the course. Very, very busy behind that wheel. Big pickup through the corner there, all over the gearbox. The man in front, Frenchie, looking for a position. Going to have to breathe the throttle a little bit. Ooh, close racing action. Looking to the outside, cutting it under for the crossover. Not going to have the drive off as these drivers head back onto NASCAR 1 and 2. Inside look now for that 46, and Frenchie will take that position away. We head back to the front of the field. Let's take a look at Kevin Santana on board with that 666 of Santana as he tries to run back down Ethan Wilson. This battle was a lot closer a handful of moments ago, but an issue through the bus stop, losing a little bit of pace. As Santana going to settle in 2-4. So as we get closer and closer to that halfway point, if you haven't already, race fans, tell your friends, tell your family, tell them to tell their friends and family. Come out and join us each and every Thursday night here for the Best in Grinding Thursday Night Road Course Series, brought to you by Worn Out Racers and Izzo's Plumbing. If you haven't already, join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Show these drivers some love. Drop that thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell. Over there on the right-hand side, get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, David the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. Without you, there would be no us. So while you're here enjoying some great LMP2 action, go ahead and show these drivers some love and drop that thumbs up. Lots of battles beginning to develop on the track. We're going to head back here with Paul Dillon as Dillon closes in on Wilson in front. Evan Smith going to be right here behind that 113. So three drivers beginning to come together just in front of them. Fast Freddy, Todd, and Mark Axelson are going to start to trade some haymakers for positions as well. And oh, big issues now. James Schultz in the 420 Wheat Racing Machine is going to have some issues. The LMP2 machine, piloted by Schultz, going to have some issues and have some trouble. And Schultz going to get it headed back in the right direction. Tough break here tonight for James. Back near the front of the field, battle underway once again for that third and final podium spot here tonight. Although Wilson is making some headway, Wilson and Santana continuing to lose a little bit of ground to those top two drivers. And if Santana wants to sweep the entire championships, he's going to have to find some pace. He's going to have to get up and around Wilson, and he's going to have to find some lightning fast speed. Last time around the racetrack, a 135.92, still almost a half a second faster than your two race leaders. So there's still some pace behind the wheel of that 666. Just can't seem to make the pass on Wilson. Drivers across the line to the crosshairs, this time by halfway through tonight. It's a lap event. 3.5 miles of road course racing action at one of the most well-known, one of the most historic, one of the most iconic road courses out there. I mean, when you talk about big name events, Rolex 24 Hour, the Roar Before the 24, all of that comes to mind. That's right up there with the overseas action in the road courses such as Bathurst and Nürburgring, Le Mans, all of these big name races in Daytona International Super Speedway right there at the top of that list, not just for the NASCAR action out there on the oval, but also this road course. The who's who of racing has went to victory lane in the Rolex 24 Hour. And the who's who at the front of this field here tonight from Daytona. Sheldon Stingray, your pole sitter, continues to show the way. David Tamara sitting in second. Kevin Santana going to take that position away. Santana going to get by Wilson for third. And we're going to take you back, get you one more look at that pass for position, the pass for the final podium spot. There you can see it. It looks like coming out of, I believe that was turns 3 and 4. Yes, it was turns 3 and 4. Well, coming out of the bus stop into turns 3 and 4 and through the triangle. Kevin Santana going to take that position away and begin to walk away. It looks like he's already built quite a bit of a gap as we're going to go back live here. There you can see, yes, indeed, about a 10-car length gap already developed by Santana. He's going to try to run down those top two drivers. Fastest lap of the race turned in by race leader. Last time around, a 135.84 to Santana's 135.89. So with 10 laps to go, a pit stop looming in the air. I believe engineers and spotters may have gotten on the horn on that radio and let Stingray know, hey, bud, Santana's into third, and he's running quick laps. We're going to need to get that hammer down, and responding well to the moves by Santana was Stingray. But here we go, pass for the race lead. We've got issues. Stingray with some problems. Sheldon Stingray going to have some issues and give up that top spot. We're going to take a look at the replay. There you can see through the bus stop, struggling with issues on the bottom of the racetrack. And yes, sir, thank you very much. I'll take that. Your points leader here in the LMP2s. Going to take over that top spot as we continue to watch Tamara, your new race leader, off of turn number 4 and back through the tri-oval. Tamara looking to wrap things up here with the checkered flag. Really set himself apart here in these LMP2 machines with the outright championship. Kevin Santana sitting in that third position, overall season champion coming into tonight's race. There was no way anybody was going to really be able to take that away from him. So Santana out here just racing for a 4th trophy. Pit stops underway. Todd, Spotswood, and Miller all to pit lane this time around. Some back markers here as your race leaders going to make their way around. Blue flags are on display for a handful of these drivers. It looks like that was the 420 of James Schultz being listed 1 lap down now after early trouble. Schultz going to fall to the tail end of the running order. Spotswood done with his pit stop. He's done out and away. Todd away from pit road as well. Jumps there in that Barbie mobile. He's already been to pit road. Back on lap number 10 with 11 laps to go. He's back up to speed. With only 7 drivers yet to make their pit stop. Looks like we've got front runners coming to pit road this time by big moves on to pit road. Big gain by that 29 of Stingray. Santana, Wilson, Freddie all going to come to pit road. Johan Wilson peeling off of the track. 44 going to head to pit road this time around. Bender, one of the drivers caught up and involved in that lap 1 incident. He's going to peel off and he's going to come to pit road. Paul Dillon in the 113 behind him. He's going to move to pit lane. Mark Axelson looks like he's going to stretch it out here. He's going to stay out on the track. And new race leader front of the field, Mark Axelson, will take control of the race with just 8 laps to go. So just Axelson and Mike Rippon, both drivers involved in that lap 1 incident, or one of the lap 1 incidents, I should say. Remember, on lap number 1, turn number 1, a little bit of a calamity corner here for these Western grinding Thursday night road course racers. About 2 to 3 different incidents all into turn number 1. And Rippon and Axelson both involved in that. That's going to send Axelson, I don't want to say in a downward spiral, but almost in damage control right off of the ramp. He's going to have a long night ahead of himself. And we'll see when he's going to be called to pit road. We'll see when they call this 69 machine down to pit road. As you can see, a 12.8 second advantage for Axelson over Tamara, who came out with the race with the lead off of pit road, what should be, could be, for the eventual top spot in the checkered flag. But with just a 13-second advantage, I mean, that's still, you're looking at about a 40-second deficit when it comes to that pit road delta. So we're going to have to see where Axelson rejoins the race, as he does indeed bring that 69 LMP2 machine down pit road. He's going to bring it to the attention of the crew. So let's go back to the battle for what will be the eventual race lead. David Tamara out front with Ethan Wilson out on the track. Another little look inside of the machine as you get to experience some of the pitch, some of the bumps, some of the curves here from Daytona International Superspeedway on board with the 49 of Wilson. As he's trying to grab that top spot away. But the big concern, I would say, is look at the man running in third. He was multiple seconds away from your race leader, about 3 seconds off from Tamara at the front of the field before the round of green flag pit stops. Big gains come to pit road for both Wilson and Santana. And now Kevin, within 1 second of seeing a total season sweep. Just look at the bank. That is what these drivers go through. That is what these drivers feel as they make their way through NASCAR 1 and 2 down the backstretch. Now hopping the trail, big toe going into the corner. We're going to jump out of the car if we can, guys. Can we get that out of the car? And it looks like there you go. Appreciate it, fellas. Trying to get the right camera shot to give you the battle here between your top 3 drivers. Your podium positions all up for grabs with just 6 laps to go this time around. On heavy action at the front of the field in the Championship Grand Prix here tonight for the Worn Out Racers Thursday Night Series. Side by side for the top spot. Wilson on the bottom. He'll cross the line first. Wilson with the race lead. Back down into 1. He's going to force the issue just a little bit. Outbreak that 014 of Tamara as Tamara's going to fall to second. Santana still chomping at the bits there. You can see him looking to the inside. Triple clutch. Looking to come in clutch late here tonight from Daytona International Superspeedway. Can Santana possibly get it done? He's not going to lead the most laps, so I'm not sure there's enough points out there for him to leapfrog his way into the top spot and walk away with the LMP2 championship. So yeah, I mean, this is going to be, it's going to be close. This is definitely one of the closest championship battles that we've seen so far this season as drivers get to head down the backstretch and into the bus stop. Coming right at you into the bus stop out of the corners now. We'll follow these drivers around the track as they make their way back to the tri-oval. High above the track with one of our multiple drone cams here tonight. We'll watch these drivers cross the start and finish line with just 5 laps to go. I believe it's going to be about 20 miles of racing action still remaining here tonight. A good launch through the corner. Santana going to take that position away. Kevin Santana going to move his way into the second position. Now just 1 more to go. Can he get the job done? My goodness. Up 15 positions from where he started. He is still eyeballing 1 more. We're going to make our way. Oh, there's the move to the outside. Looking to the outside through the kink and not going to get it. Santana going to have to settle for that second position for the moment. David Tamara looking back to the inside, not going to grab the spot. Taking a look. A little bit of a wiggle out of the front end as it washes up the track. Giving up a little bit of time here onto the backstretch as now Tamara going to look to fight back for second. Ethan Wilson looks to step away. Most of the drivers have settled themselves into a good gap from the drivers around them. Just 1 more battle out there. We're going to go take a look right here as Mark Axelson looks to try to catch up to that 52 machine of Todd. The LMP2 of Axelson making a hard charge back to the front after early trouble tonight. So a great tip of the cap. Way to stay focused and look at the big picture here. Axelson knocking on the door of a solid top 5. So we'll head back to the front of the field, watch this three-car battle continue to unfold in the final few laps here tonight from Daytona International Super Speedway. Ethan Wilson showing the way, Kevin Santana right there in second with David Tamara rounding out your podium. And really looking at things right here, it looks like if Tamara can walk away with this solid top five, it doesn't matter if Santana gets around Wilson or not. Just not enough points out there for Santana to make that leapfrog and grab that championship away in the LMP2. So as long as Tamara can bring this thing on home, right here sitting at third, you can see kind of looks like maybe engineers and crew chiefs getting on the horn and letting Tamara know, hey, look, we've got nothing to gain by racing hard here except for a position or two. Let's keep this championship in our back pocket. Let's see if Santana's willing to risk it and possibly cause some problems between himself and race leader Ethan Wilson. We have back markers here, blue flags on display as they'll stay to the top of the racetrack. Santana looking for the position, still jockeying with a run to the outside, not going to be there at the line. We've got 3 to go down in turn 1. Who's going to be late on the brakes? And it looks like Santana going to go full send. Look to cut it off. Not going to have the advantage for an undercut or a crossover, I should say. Whoa! That was close getting into the corner here. And this is what it's about, race fans. 22 laps of racing, and we have got a battle for the race lead. Inches away from each other through technical corners here. The road course at Daytona International Super Speedway. My gosh, you couldn't ask for a better ending to a great season. 3 4-week mini seasons across multiple facets of road course racing. We were in the GT3 machines, the GT4 machines, finishing off the 12-week season right here with the LMP2s. And man, there has been just absolute amazing. I mean, I'm trying to think of a better descriptive word to use than amazing, because week in, week out, these drivers do not disappoint in this Thursday night series. Best of the best in a road course action, I can promise you that. If you're looking to try your hand out here next season, get a hold of the admins and officials right here with the Worn Out Racers stable, as we've got popsicle sticks on display. 2 laps to go, and still the battle between your top 2. Hot and heavy at the front of the field. David Tamara looking to pick up some pieces here. Big move looking to the outside of Santana. But as we were saying, if you're looking to get yourself out on track, you think you got what it takes to be the road course king, well, look them up on iRacing.com. Worn Out Racers is where you want to be. Great series all week long. I believe they're about the only busier league out there than us here at the Turn 3 Racing Network. 7 days a week, great racing action. Look them up. Tell them Dave sent you. And as we come to the final 2 laps here tonight, I want to give a big shout out to all of the sponsors here on the Thursday night series. A big shout out to Mountain Mafia Kennels, some of the best American bully breeders in the South, the best in Western North Carolina. You can find them in Haywood County. Look them up on Facebook, Instagram as well. That's Mountain Mafia Kennels. Got 4 brand new American bullies ready for you to go. You can take a look at them over there on Instagram or Facebook. Once again, that's Mountain Mafia Kennels. Coming on board this season as well for the Thursday night series, Izzo's Plumbing sponsoring the pole award here tonight in the championship race, as we've got white flag in the air, final lap here from Daytona. Big shout out to Beef Jerky Unlimited, as well as our title and series sponsor, Western Grinding. And we've got a pass for the race lead on the final lap. new race leader for the first time here tonight. That 666 going to go to the top of the board. Looking to finish the season in style with a race win. Santana looking to separate himself. Half a second advantage over Ethan Wilson, as Wilson now falling into the clutches of Damon Tamara. As exciting as this race lead is right now for Santana, I don't think it's going to be enough. I'm not seeing that it's going to be enough in the points to get him the championship, not with Tamara finishing in third right here, as we're going to make our way out of NASCAR 1 and 2 and down the backstretch into the bus stop chicane one final time. First, second, third, all running with each other all within 1 second. Santana going to peel back into NASCAR 3, and we're going to get ready to throw the checkered flag. What a night. Great racing action all race long. Man, what a drive, what a run across the start-finish line, and here it is. Your checkered flag flies as Santana will pick up the race win here tonight. Ethan Wilson going to come home in second. David Tamara back in third. Fast Freddy get across the line here in just a handful of moments. Freddy will keep that fourth position. Sheldon Stingray back in fifth. Wilson, Axelson, Todd, Spotswood, and Bender round out your top 10. That's going to be your finishing order here tonight from Daytona in the Championship Grand Prix. Let's go back with your race winner. What a run, what a night from the rear all the way to the front, man. Gotta be satisfied with that. This guy right here, an amazing job by this 666. Ethan Wilson, there you can see the 49. He's going to park for a little bit of a photo opportunity, as well as that 014 of Damon Tamara. You should be looking at two champions on your screen. Damon Tamara looks to be the one that hoists the LMP2 trophy. Santana already your season champion. What a race, what a night here from Daytona. As you see some of the post-race fireworks going off in the back. So as these drivers line up for their photo opportunities, really get things set up and ready to go for your post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
And back trackside at the conclusion of yet another great night with the Thursday night road course series brought to you by Western Grindin' Izzo's Plumbing Beef Jerky Unlimited here with the Worn Out Racers. What a night of championship racing action here from Daytona International Super Speedway. And I tell you what, we're going to dive right into it. We're going to go ahead and jump into some of these post-race interviews, but let's kick things off here tonight. Let's see if we can grab a word or two with the man that walked away second on the podium here tonight. Led a handful of laps. Ethan, it's Dave. You got a copy?
Hey, Dave, I got a copy in the booth. How we doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How about yourself? I know second's not where you want to finish, but still, a pretty solid night for you and the 49 crew.
We've been talking a lot lately, Dave, and I always put in my best performance. And anytime you can be on the podium, you got to be pleased with that kind of performance. It's a little tough because I got myself in position, was leading, but Six Clutch really had pace tonight. He was beating me through the bus stop. I did everything I could to hold him off, and he just made a mega power move around the outside, and I took it as deep as I could, but I didn't want to take him out. Respect Clutch a lot. He's a championship racer. He raced me hard, and real proud of the second place finish tonight.
Well, man, a pretty good season for you all. It started to really come together here in these LMP2 machines. A great finish tonight as we head off in the sunset here on this season. I'm more than likely going to have a few weeks off, but what's your thoughts as you move forward from here? Do you have any areas that maybe next season that you'll eyeball to improve?
We got such a great crew of really skilled racers. They're putting in their time. They're putting in their practice. They're familiar with the track and the cars. It's really been an exciting series, the progression series with the different cars and tracks, and, that everything suits. And, the reality is you put in your time, you practice hard, you're going to race easy. And, I got a lot of responsibilities to my family, to my business, to my friends. So, I'm always pleased when I can make the races. I don't make all of them, but when I do, I'm always, fighting for the front, and put yourself in that, front running group. The chances come, I'm real pleased with this result. I was running a distant fourth for quite a while and didn't have much for it, but the pit stops really shook things up. Sheldon missed his box, missed his spot. He was really pacing the field. I took it really, really tight on fuel. As a matter of fact, I ran out before I got to the line. It's a little bit tight, but it did get me in position to get the draft, to get in the lead, and did everything I could. But Clutch made quick work. David, who's been running really strong in this series, and he just ran me down, kept the heat on, raced me with respect and clean, and you just got to hand it to the guy for making the power move around the outside and doing the win. Real happy with how I did, but hats off to Kevin for making the winning move.
Well, Ethan, it's been a great season here for you, walking away second in the championship race. We've got a handful of more weeks over there on Tuesday night, so look forward to seeing you over there. But for the final time here this season, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I want to thank the Worn Out Racers and all the organizers that put this event together. I want to thank all the competitors that showed up for the Western Grinding Thursday Road Series, the Progression Series. We're getting great draws. A small night's 15. We got 25 a couple times. It's just really great. So I'm really pleased with, the league to come out and be here. It's super meaningful. I got to thank the sponsors, Western Grinding Service. They sponsor the league. They sponsor the broadcast. That really super support. They prepare my car. They keep me in position to race. So, really, tip of the hat to Western Grinding Service. I want to thank my other sponsors. Parmesan Paints puts together the, beautiful appearance of my cars. I got a couple new sponsors on board this evening. I want to acknowledge Planet 13, largest dispensary in Nevada. Go there. They've got all the premium cannabis and gummies and all the other things that can give you some peace. And I want to acknowledge Hamilton Devices, a new sponsor on tonight. They've got the vape pens, batteries for your smoking pleasure. It's just really been a great group. And, last but not least, I got to thank Suave for Men. They've got the body washes, the hair wash, and they keep me clean. And like I always say, Dave, it's only dirty if you don't wash it.
Absolutely, my man. Well, again, Ethan, always a pleasure to talk to you, and I'm sure we're going to have some more conversations over there on the Tuesday night side of things. But for the final time here on Thursday night for a minute, as always, stay safe and keep it fast.
Hey, will do. Tip of the hat to Turn 5 broadcast. Thanks for making it interesting for the fans. I'm getting some great feedback from the people that are watching. So appreciate your skill and what you do and making the broadcast fun for the people watching. Thanks out there, all the fans. Thank you so much.
All right, well, there you go. Final few parting words from Ethan Wilson as he finishes tonight's race in that second position. Had the race lead there with less than 5 laps to go, but a hard-fought battle between himself and Santana, and Wilson will fall to second here tonight. But what a run for that 49 crew, week in, week out. And to his final remarks there, we only look so good because they look so great. Without great racing and great drivers on the track, we can't do our job as easily. It's easy when you have great racing like this to look and sound good because it's all laid out right there in your lap. But we're going to move right on through. Let's go to the man that walked away with the championship trophy here. Let's jump a little further in the running order. Let's talk to the man that walked away with third here tonight, but secures that LMP2 championship. David, it's Dave. You got a copy?
I got you.
Well, man, I know third place isn't necessarily where you would like to finish, but nonetheless, this third place finish puts you at the top at the end of the day, walking away with the LMP2 championship. How happy are you about that?
I'm pretty happy. I don't want to wreck my car on this last lap. The last lap, I mean, I got close to Ethan, I think. But I thought it's like, I don't want to fight it on the finish line. It's okay. I'm going to take third place. Probably I'm still going to get the first place on the overall LMP2. Yeah. But
Now,
it's really fast. Kevin coming from the back, all the way from the back. So it's really fast.
Now, David, you started from second. You ran inside of the top five all night long. It looked with about 5 laps to go. It looked like you may have. I don't want to say calmed down, but it looked like maybe the realization of, hey, you don't have to push it anymore. Kind of like what you were saying there at the end, where you almost caught Ethan, but you were just happy to settle for that third. When was that exact moment? Do you know the lap count that it was that you really began to realize that, hey, I just got to finish this race and I'm going to walk away the champion?
Yeah. So as soon as we went into the pit, and then I saw uh, who was the number one before. I think he screwed up on the on the pit stop. So I said, okay, um, I just changed front tires only, and I think I messed up on that one because as soon as I get out, I feel like my front has a lot of grip, but I lose on the rear. So couple lap after that, I lose a lot of pace, and then Ethan and Kevin Santana coming really fast behind me. So, and then after a couple lap, I got it back. The I think the front is a little bit settled. It's kind of like okay to drive. So I push it again, uh, and then I get to both of them. Uh, and then yeah, that's what happened. I just realized it. I don't want to wreck it on the last lap. I just gonna be like back up a little bit and then finish third.
Well, it was the right strategy to get the job done. Walking away third here at the championship night from Daytona, but more importantly, raising that championship hardware. David, for the final time, congratulations on your LMP2 championship. And before we let you go, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, maybe thank anybody back home or at the race shop?
Yes, I thank to Eden to sponsor this Western Grinding series. Really fun. I hope the next season is gonna be the same format like this, like three car GT3, GT4, GT3, and LMP2. And then I think the second one to you guys, the broadcaster on the turn three. Um, I enjoy it after I race. I can watch it, and then I thank to my wife and my daughter to allow me to sit down over here and race.
Well, David, go give the wife and the daughter a bit of a hug because it's a championship hug at the end of the day here tonight. Enjoy your championship. Enjoy the handful of weeks that we're gonna have off before the next season starts. You earned this one, and we look forward to seeing you again. So for the final time here on Thursday night for a little bit, stay safe, and as always, my friend, keep it fast.
Thank you. See you, everybody.
All right, there you have it. Final few parting words for the man that walks away from Daytona in third, but secures that season championship in the LMP2's. David Tamara will hoist some season hardware, and that's going to move us right along the list and right to the man in victory lane. No real need for introduction. He's been fast all season long. Proved it once again here tonight from starting near the rear all the way to the front. Kevin, man, can I borrow your car or some skill or something, man? Gosh.
The yellow flag. Yeah, that's what helped me.
Well, we weren't going to try to I don't want to say make excuses for the win or anything, but I mean, you made up. There was that yellow flag at the start. You know, a handful of drivers had some problems. About 5 to 6 drivers with some trouble. So that got you about halfway up through the field, but you ran the rest of the way up through there. You're on your own accord. So coming into tonight's race, okay, we're gonna backtrack a little bit real quick here. Already the season champion with the GT3s and the GT4s. You had a big enough race lead, season points lead, to have the overall championship locked up. Was there ever a point here tonight after that initial caution where you thought, I might be able to get enough points to completely sweep the season?
No, I was 20 points behind, and short of David crashing out and me having basically a perfect race, it wasn't going to happen.
All right. Well, we kind of had those same thoughts that he was going to have to finish probably 10th or worse, and you walk away with a race win. Didn't quite pan out that way, but still kind of a walk-off home run for you, if you will. I mean, you got 3 out of the 4 championships. You walk away with the final checkered flag on the season. Not to boast or brag or anything like that, but it's got to feel good to say, I almost had the whole thing.
Yeah, almost. But David earned it. He's improved a lot this season. He's gotten a lot quicker since the start of the season. Got himself a couple wins. Yeah, this was the best race of the season for me. Being able to have people to fight with at the into the last lap.
Oh yeah, I mean for us here in the booth, those final, I would say, probably about 6 to 7 laps to be honest. Excuse me, great action between, I believe it was you and Tamara at first, and then you and Wilson were going at it there in those final few laps too. So great racing action to the checkered flag, without a shadow of a doubt. One of the best races of the season. Tons of races to really pick from on that aspect, but tonight was absolutely a great race all throughout the field. So Kevin, I mean, you've been here before throughout the other mini seasons. You know how the job is done, but this one means a little bit more. You're going to walk away with the checkered flag and the season overall points championship. So before we let you go and soak in all the champagne, would you like to give any final shout-outs, thank yous, love yous?
Yeah, I got to thank Sharky for herding the cats with this bunch. And of course, Ethan and Western Grinding for the sponsorship and the broadcasts, and of course my wife and daughter for putting up with me doing this.
All right, well, Kevin, again, congratulations on the great run this season. Overall season champion, GT3 as well as GT4 champion. We'll see what happens throughout the off season, and when we get ready to kick off next season, we'll keep our eye on you. But until then, As always, man, it's been a pleasure. It's been great to watch you all season long. And for the final time here on Thursday night, stay safe and keep it fast.
Thank you.
There you go. Season champion Kevin Santana gonna walk off with the home run hit, checkered flag in hand for the season championship Grand Prix right here from Daytona International Super Speedway. What a run, what a race. All race long. A little bit of trouble there on the opening lap, turn number 1, but after that, clean and green for the rest of the way. Hard-nosed racing action all throughout the field. You couldn't ask for a better night of road course action under the lights at Daytona International Super Speedway road course. My gosh, almost sad that it has to come to an end. Thursday night series in the bag. We're going to look forward to the future. But before we roll up the cords and cut off the lights, producer's going to hit the buttons for the final time. You know the sounds. You know it's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results here from Daytona. Walking away with the top spot. Final checkered flag in hand. He's going to top them all and walk away with the season championship. Kevin Santana will finish out front. 49 of Ethan Wilson going to have a great race and walk away second, and David Tamara will finish out the podium and seal the deal on the mini-season LMP2 championship. David Tamara will lift the LMP2 trophy. Fast Freddy going to finish in fourth with Sheldon Stingray, your Izzo's Plumbing Pole Award winner here tonight from Daytona. The 29 will finish in fifth. Johan Wilson back in sixth. Sharky himself, Mark Axelson, going to slide home in seventh. Todd in the 52 back in eighth. Jeff Spotswood comes home in ninth with Bender in the 109 rounding out your top 10. The Barbie Mobile knocked on the door of a top 10. John Sayre going to bring that 369 home in 11th. Dean Miller back in 12th with Frenchie following him in 13th. Richard Vanderhaven, the double O, going to come home in 14th, 15th place here tonight. Listed as the first driver, one lap down the 04 of Mike Rippon. Raymond Causey going to slide home in 16th, 17th tonight. Belongs to James Schultz, Paul Dillon in 18th, and finishing out the field here tonight, the 17 of Evan Smith. And that's going to do it for us for the final time here for the Western Grinding Thursday night, a road course series. What a season, what a run, not just in these LMP2s, but also the GT3s and GT4s. Great racing action week in, week out. If you haven't already, race fans, I don't know what you're waiting for. Go ahead and join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Drop these drivers a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you. So until then, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.